and welcome to this Christmas special of Immigration Unpacked. This week we've hijacked the podcast from our brilliant and eminently sensible Karma Hickman to try and bring you a little bit of silliness and Christmas joy to our friends, clients and colleagues in the immigration sector. Today we're going to be advising characters from Christmas movies and the main man himself, Father Christmas, on their immigration position if they were trying to enter the UK. Without further ado, over to Vincent.
So I'm advising the Grinch, who, for those that don't know, is a grumpy green creature who lives on a mountain overlooking the town of Whoville, and he plans to ruin Christmas by stealing all the presents from Whoville. After he does that, he realises the true meaning of Christmas and returns all the presents, and the Who's invite him to join in their Christmas feast. So now the Grinch wants to visit the UK and spread his newfound Christmas cheer. Sadly, he may have some difficulties if he wants to apply for a visit visa. So under part suitability of the immigration rules, if he has been convicted in Whoville for the crime of ruining Christmas and he's been sentenced to a custodial sentence of over 12 months, then his application must be refused. If his conviction was less than 12 months, then he would have to wait at least a year before he can apply, and then his application may still be refused. Even if he didn't receive a conviction, the Secretary of State may decide that his presence in the UK is not conducive to the public good because of his previous conduct. However, he may be able to make representations to the Secretary of State, arguing that the conduct was an isolated incident and that he's tried his best to atone for his mistakes, but that may take some convincing.
I'm hypothetically advising Cameron Diaz's character, Amanda Woods, in The Holiday. For those that don't know, after a messy breakup, Amanda goes online and books a house swap to the UK, proceeding to swap her plush LA mansion with Kate Winslet character Iris's quaint little cottage in Surrey, where she falls for Iris's brother Graham, played by Jude Law. Importantly, not only does Amanda swap houses with Iris, but she also looks after Iris's dog, Charlie. Now, I'm assuming that Amanda arrived in the UK as a visitor. I would want to flag to her that although the house swap in and of itself is not a breach of her conditions as a visitor, by pet sitting Charlie, she is providing a service to Iris in return for the benefit of staying in her house, which is not a permitted activity under the immigration visitor visa rules. So she might in fact be breaching her conditions as a visitor. And if the UKVI clock on, which they might, given that her trip is pretty public, given how big the film is, it could affect future visit applications or visa applications, such as if she ends up wanting to apply for a partner visa to join Graham, Jude Law, in the UK.
So I've been drilling down on the potential entry to the UK for John McClane from the Die Hard movies. He's intending to visit the UK for holidays with a view to staying or returning later longer term, and he's got a couple of interviews lined up with UK police officers this trip. So firstly, he's going to need to apply for an ETA. We have some criminal record concerns. Whilst his actions were heroic on several continents, he's technically been involved in mass property destruction across multiple jurisdictions and the killing of numerous individuals. I know it was in the name of saving the world from terrorists, but the damage to the Nakatomi Plaza alone was millions. The good character requirement might also prove problematic when a resume includes reference to blowing up a plane at Dulles Airport. He will need to demonstrate an intention to be in the UK only temporarily. The interviews could be considered a genuine need to be in the UK, but also Zoom is a wonder. And let's face it, long term, current British police forces would be likely to frown upon his somewhat unconventional methods of policing. If the ETA fails, then he'll need to apply for a visitor's visa. Same potential suitability in criminal actions concerns, along with wider catastrophic terrorist incidences, follow him to every major holiday gathering. Even if successful, I suspect that John McClane would be very bored at the gentle pace of British Christmases, and no amount of yippee-ki-yay will fill that void.
I have an urgent instruction from Santa's head office in the North Pole. the UK limb of Project Christmas 2025 may be derailed, as in all the rush to make and wrap presents in time, Santa has missed a crucial change to the UK's immigration rules for visitors, and he has not applied for his Electronic Travel Authorisation. All visitors to the UK who previously did not need a visa to visit the UK must now all apply for an ETA prior to coming to the UK. It is not a visa, but it's merely authorisation to travel to the UK. There was a soft introduction of this scheme earlier this year, and it will be strictly enforced by the 25th of February 2026. Luckily, it's a quick online application made through the gov.uk website. The cost is £16, and while applications can take up to 3 working days to be processed, many applicants get their decision within an hour. Luckily for Santa, he's one such person, and his ETA is now in place, and so children on the nice list in the UK will all get their presents this year. As a bonus for Santa, the ETA is valid for 2 years, and so he won't need to do this again next year, but he and his elves must remember to diarise this for Christmas 2028.
Season's greetings and all the best for 2026 from the Byman's immigration team.
Happy
Holidays!